Hi everyone, we're back with another card from our Blockbuster. We're back with Christmas Cuties and I'm going to be showing you a card with a topper set I love. A Pawfect Christmas with all the little cute pooches on. So I'm going to use the foil card blank for this and we're going to make a bowed front card here. You want to fussy cut these out because they are delightful. So just using your craft knife, making sure it's nice and sharp and moving your cardstock around to really help you get into all the grooves of this one. We're going to just maneuver around these animals here, trying to make sure we keep the shape of their fur that they have on their artwork, and then down to this section here. And then once you've cut all the way around, you want to use your knife and just move it in line with the snow on this cardstock, because we're going to keep this together. And then we can pop this out and our pooches should just come out there with a little bit of help. I'll just remove these middle sections here. And then with the remaining piece, we're going to cut it a little bit shorter than 7 by 7. So we're going to take it to 2 notches under the 7, which fits just perfectly onto here. And then we'll take the rest of it from this side as well. Then you want to get yourself a piece of 7 by 7 mirri and a piece of snowfall acetate, which is 7 by 9. I'm going to bring in my scoreboard and we're going to score, at 1 and 8. We're going to score it at 1, and then actually we're going to do it at 8 and 8.25. So it's going to be a little bit on each side, but that's going to give us the space for our acetate just to lift ever so slightly to create that bow. So 1 and then 8.25, and you've got enough on both sides to be able to stick that on as well. So let's pop this onto here just to make sure that that stands quite nicely, which it does. So then we can pop all of our pieces together. I'm going to stick my main background piece onto my mirri first of all. And this is going to give us a nice little gold edge all the way around. And then I'll stick my red tape to the back of here, just doing both sides of the background piece. And we'll just stick for now one edge of this down. So just lining that up inside those scores, making sure it's nice and tucked in, and we'll pop that down. And then I'm just going to leave this open while we decorate our image. So our dogs are going to fit on this side, so any toppers we want to kind of use on the left hand side. I think I'm going to go in with this little pooch here. I'm going to pop him along the top on here, and then I'm going to use the sentiment Santa Claus is coming to town, because I think that works really well, and it's also going to allow us, when we pop this on here, to still have quite a bit of clear space around the design. So let's use our foam pads to stick this on. We'll pop this on 2 foam pads, and then we'll use a little bit of a strip for our sentiment. I'm going to stick this now just underneath that border, and then our sentiment can go just sort of overlapping on the topper. And then I'm going to stick this all the way over now, wedging this into that back section. And then once that's all done, I'm going to go with more red tape to be able to secure the whole of this card onto the cardstock and make sure we don't have any mishaps. So on our acetate I'll use the red tape, and the rest of the card we can just do with our double-sided. So we'll peel this away. And get our card blank. I'm going to keep this as a side fold card, so just making sure that lines up really nicely. I might just need to trim a bit of that edge off. And then we're going to add our image onto the front of the card here. So I want to make sure I'm using some red tape, so I'm going to add the last of my red tape to the bottom here, and then we've not got any more of that, so I'll go in with my normal standard tape. So you want to have it all along your little pooches here so they sit nice and tight and snug, and then we'll add another piece of tape just to this side here. So this wants to be in line with the bottom of your cardstock. So just starting at that edge of the bow and then moving that the whole way across till you reach that bottom side where we can just trim this with our scissors. So just lining it up to your acetate and then trimming that away, so you've got that nice front on the top of your card. I think I'm going to add fun and festive wishes just to this bottom section here, and we'll finish off with some gemstones. So adding that on with a bit of foam pad just to lift it off that beautiful snowy detail we've fussy cut. So popping that on there, and then let's use some of our green ones. Going with the medium size one again. I'm just going to go 3 on this side by our very dashing Dalmatian, and then I'll do 3 on top of my acetate on this side as well. And there you have it, another really fun card made with a Pawfect Christmas from our Christmas Cuties selection.